All right, family. We black again. It's the Truth Hour with General Sarah Seti. Kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. Y'all know what time it is. We black again. We having some powerful lectures today, presentations today on nothing but truth. As you understand, dealing with the Bible, dealing with you know, this Aboriginal Black Indian community. You see, we having some real discussions on the realities of what's going on out here. You see, and we're going to continue to spit the truth. No, we're going to spit the truth, and we're not going to stop spitting the truth because truth always prevails. You see, truth always prevails. And so this Sunday, we coming in on Easter. America is Egypt, Mississippi River versus the Nile, debunked. Gonna blow it out the water like we always do. Most definitely, I'm fired up for this lecture so that I could, prove beyond any reasonable doubt, standing on the teachings of all our master teachers, Dr. Ben, Ivan Van Sertima, Dr. John Henry Clark. We got to come with the firepower. You understand what I'm saying? Our master teachers and ancestors is dependent on us to come forward and spit the truth of all the research that they provided us while they was here. And that's what we're going to do unequivocally. That's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so y'all click that link and you begin to think. Don't you hesitate to elevate. Okay, family, ring the alarm. That's right. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace. That's right. Let me get it up here. Official General Sarah Seti DVD lectures. And at this time, we got 20% off. Save before you shop. We got a lot of nice products for your family. We know you're going to like and love. So get on over there. You got a discount waiting on you before you even show up. All right, kingseti.com. We got the classic and Jurassic DVD lectures, T-shirts, and hoodies for the kings and queens, African and Kemetic jewelry for the family. We got all the talismans you need to keep the evil spirits up off of your holistic tonics and remedies. You see, we got home decor accessories for every room in the house, kingseti.com. Come on and get that discount, family. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com. SETI University, we talking about over 900 video presentations. 900 video presentations on African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building, mental warfare, advanced African academics developing the Black nation one lesson at a time. The complete General Sarah Seti here website. That's right, website. Here we go. And y'all already know we got the too raw for YouTube band videos. You see, and we got all that. We got all that. Okay, General Seti popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never come. Exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube. Just drop Lilith, Queen of Hell, Chief Goddess of the White World. Had to drop that one because they're using Lilith to defile the sacred Naga. You see, and they show her as the Naga, and so when, to defile, and also another archetype of Lilith was Medusa, where they take the Naga and defile it. And so when you look at the creations of our people in the Kushite Empire, and you see the Naga, and you see evil, and you see something that is of demonic energy and so on and so forth. And so we had to come out and smash on that. We had to purify, our history so that, when people look at the sacred symbolisms of Africa, they can see their divinity. And so that's why we had to smash down. So we got the holy waters of creation, the African serpent and mermaid goddess. And so both of those are divine serpentine, which is an immortality. You see what I'm saying? Symbols of immortality, moving progressively from one plane to the next. You understand? In a perpetual state of progression through an immortality. You see what I'm saying? And so General Seti's Dictionary of Alchemy and Occult, keywords relating to Black divinity. And so we break down terminology. So when you read, you could, they put a lot of code words in a lot of these books. And so if you want to break it down and you want to get to the source of what you reading and what they speaking and they think they can speak over you, you can come right there and get with the general, and I'll open up, you understand, the dictionary of general studies, alchemy, and occult keywords, and we'll tap into what they trying to hide from our people. Okay, and so we've already did. That's a preview that we've done, and that's just a preview, a small preview. You understand what I'm saying? That's leading up to this Sunday. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels: King Seti, General Seti, Sarasu and Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends, and comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. You'll be up out of there. Now let's get down to the matter at hand. Let's get down to the matter at hand. All right. All right. What we got going on in here? Let's see. See if everybody talking about nothing. Ain't nobody talking. All right. Let's get to it. All right. Why Pharaoh should have denied Joseph to allow the Israelites to come into Egypt. I like that. You see, I like that. Why Pharaoh should have denied Joseph to allow the Israelites to come into Egypt. Okay, let me get that. Where is that at? I believe it's right here. Yeah, I like that, because that may, I like the possibilities of where that would lead them. You see, where is that verse at? Matter of fact, it probably was over here. I believe it was. Let me see if this is it. What I'll do is I'll bring it up. There you go. That's a nope. I don't want that. Okay. I got that. I'm about to get the and once I get these biblical let me see, Bible verse. Let me put it in. Bible verse. Here you go. There you go, right there. Both of them. I got both of them right here. Genesis 43. Let me get that one. Let me get it so I can go to work. Let me go to work. There you go. Get it on in there. That's one of them. Let me get the other. Let me get the other. Let me go to work on them. Let me go to work on them. That one too. There you go. There you go. Right there. There you go. That's right. Okay. And what's this last one? I didn't get that one. I believe that one too. Let me go and get that one too, so I can operate on them. Then when I get to operating, you see, here we go. What that one say? Okay. All right. I don't need that one. That one falsified. That's falsified. Okay. Now let's deal with Genesis 43:32. Okay. And it says, and they set on for him by himself. And they set on him on for him by himself. and for them by themselves, and for the Egyptians, which did eat with him by themselves, because the Egyptians, now they talking about how they serving. I think Joseph had brought his brothers in, and they serving them separately. You see, they serving them separately because the Hebrews are an abomination to the Egyptians. You see? And so it says, because the Egyptians might not eat bread with the Hebrews, for that is an abomination unto the Egyptians. Detestable. You see? That's detestable. And even Moses brought up in Exodus 8:26, when he was talking about doing sacrifices, because they were sacrificing, animals that were sacred to the Egyptians. And Moses brought that up in Exodus 8:26 when he said, but Moses replied, it would not be right to do that, because the sacrifices we offer to the Lord our God will be detestable to the Egyptians. If we offer sacrifices, that are detestable before the Egyptians, will they not stone us? Okay, will they not stone us? So you see right here that the Africans, they saw the Hebrews as being something as detestable. You see what I'm saying? And so we have to get to the root cause of that, because ain't no 77 damn goat herders gonna threaten the most powerful nation on the planet. We got to deal with that. People try to say that the Egyptians are jealous of what? The fact that you got sand mites in your beard and in your goddamn hair. What that you ain't took a damn bath, and since you came out the desert? What in the world would the most powerful nation on the planet, be jealous of the Hebrew? They can't even feed themselves. Here they is in the desert. Joseph say, Pharaoh, could you do me a favor? Could you allow my brothers and my father to come into Egypt because they starving out there? Could you let them come in? Wait a minute, where that one at? Did I read? I didn't read that one. What? I didn't read that one. I need a few more verses before that one. I got to rock on them. I got to show you. Let me rock on them. Let me see. Let me put 30 up there. Let me see. Oh my God. I didn't put. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna switch over because I noticed they've been using that new international version. That's the most popular one that they got out there now, and it almost automatically just pop up. You understand what I'm saying? They done switched over again, and I ain't fucking with it. I ain't fucking with it. You done changed some more shit up. Okay, here you go. Okay, here you go. Okay, for Genesis 46, and I'm gonna start at 31. And it says, and Joseph said to his brethren and unto his father's house, I will go up and show Pharaoh and say to him, my brethren and my father's house, which were in the land of Canaan, are come unto me. And the men are shepherds, for their trade have been to feed cattle, and they have brought their flocks and their herds and all that they have. And that's very key right there. It didn't say that they was building no damn pyramids. They didn't say that they didn't even say they had cities. They didn't say they had nothing. Say that they were shepherds, and their trade have been to feed cattle. You see, and they have brought their flocks and their herds and all they have. And it shall come to pass when Pharaoh shall call you and shall say, what is your occupation? that ye shall say, and Joseph told them, thy servants' trade have been about cattle from our youth even until now, both we and also our fathers. So they have known nothing else other than being shepherds. So ain't no damn Africans that's building pyramids gonna be jealous of no goddamn goat herders. Okay, so we're gonna get that, we're gonna clear that shit up immediately. And it says the servants' trade have been about cattle from our youth even until now, both we and also our fathers, that ye may dwell in the land of Goshen, for every shepherd is an abomination unto the Egyptians. And so this is when Pharaoh, and so why am I bringing this particular one up? Because I want people to understand that, they act as if the Africans went and kidnapped the Hebrews. You see, they act as if the Africans went and kidnapped the Hebrews. Like our people, the European came to Africa and kidnapped us and brought us over here. And that the Arab went into Africa and kidnapped us and took us to all the extremities of Asia. You understand? India and China and Arabia. Okay, nobody kidnapped the Hebrews. You see? And so at this very key moment, and I'm gonna bring up a couple other key moments. You see, because they so quick to always talk about that Egypt enslaved the Hebrews. But don't nobody want to talk about when we fed their ass. Don't nobody want to talk about that. Why nobody want to talk about that? Why nobody talking about that? You see, at that point in time, I want to know, because I know it's a story. But if that Pharaoh, if I could go back in time, I would ask him, why in the hell did you let them damn Hebrews into Egypt? Why? You should have let their ass, you should have left them out there to starve in that desert. That's what you should have done. You see, see that one clear thing. See how devastating that one thing could be. You see, what would have happened if Pharaoh would have denied Joseph? Because they was in a famine. They was in a famine. They backs was against the wall. You see what I'm saying? Everybody in the known world in that part of during that biblical famine, we're just dealing with the story now. You see, we're just dealing with the story. We ain't saying that, we're just dealing with the story. Everybody in that region had to come to Egypt at that time. You understand what I'm saying? Egypt was feeding motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? Feeding them, and have always been feeding them for thousands and thousands, because Egypt is the breadbasket of the world. That's what people know. This is historically correct. Okay? And so at this point, and I say, how would that have turned out if Pharaoh would have denied the Israelites' entrance into Egypt? As much shit as they talk about Egypt, and we don't owe you shit. We don't owe you shit. You ain't been enslaved. You coming to our house on your knees. You on your knees at this time. You on your knees. You see, Egypt should still be in good standing. It ain't did nothing to nobody. You see, Egypt, even in the Bible, it should be in good standing. The Israelites wasn't in no damn slavery. Look how ruthless his own brothers was. Look how lowly and to sell their own baby brother into slavery. Sell their own baby brother into slavery. You see, and you got enough nerve to talk about, I just look at all the ruthless shit that the Israelites did. And these niggas talking about they are the ones that are supposed to educate the people on what is morally correct, when the goddamn prophets of the damn Bible and the supposed chosen race of God was the most lowly, the most defiling individuals of anything moral that we could speak of. Okay? And so the thing is Joseph came into Egypt, he was taken care of. He was taken care of. No matter what people say, he was taken care of. You see, he was even awarded a high position where he was defiled by his own brothers. He was given a high position in Egypt. You see what I'm saying? In a way that he could turn around and actually ask Pharaoh to allow his family to come in after they did him the way that they did him. They didn't, but he turned around and let them come in. At that very point, we should have ended any Bible. The Bible should have ended right there. They should not have let the Israelites come into Egypt. Period. We should have ended this story. You see, to have somebody defile and talk about us. Now, if they let them in, I have to ask the question. If they let them in good faith, fed them, and that wasn't the first time that they fed them. Matter of fact, let me go to work. Let me go to work. Here you go, right here. The question is already there. Why did Abraham go to Egypt in the Bible? No, that Abraham migrates to Egypt because of famine. Again, famine. This is the first famine. Abraham comes in. Now this is the first one. Yeah, Joseph. Yeah, Joseph did. He said that he saw himself. He told his brother that he saw himself taking over the tribe. They didn't like that shit. They say we're gonna get his ass up out of there. But anyway, it says Abraham migrates to Egypt because of famine. You see, because of famine. And so we see again that Abraham first came into Egypt. You see, because of famine, and they fed him. You see what I'm saying? And you know, they had a situation in Egypt where the Pharaoh supposedly had taken Abraham's wife, but he lied. And the Pharaoh checked his ass for lying too. Abraham lied and said that it was his sister, and it was his sister. You see what I'm saying? It was his fight. And they talk about, and I hear Hebrews talk about, and you know, and we need to, you know, it shouldn't be no room for that whatsoever. You see what I'm saying? But they try to focus on Isis and Osiris and this, that, and the third, but they never focus on those that's in that Bible. You see what I'm saying? That Abraham marrying his father's daughter, crazy shit. You understand what I'm saying? Then you got Ezekiel that come in there and talk about that. You understand? And call it an abomination to do some shit like that. But that's what Abraham did. He married his father's daughter. And so when he came into Egypt, he said that he thought that they would kill him and take his wife. Now, I don't know what would make him think that, since his wife Sarah was barren and could not produce no damn children. You see what I'm saying? Don't nobody want that barren witch. You see what I'm saying? Don't nobody want her. You see, she couldn't even have children. God had to intervene. Sarah ends up giving Abraham Hagar to have his first son, which was Ishmael. She couldn't even produce children. So why would Pharaoh want a barren woman like that? You see what I'm saying? But this is the lie. And so he says that was his sister. And Pharaoh, you know, he tried to get with her. And God came to Pharaoh and said, this is a man's wife. This is a man's wife. You got to return this woman immediately, or I'm gonna bring some calamities upon you. And so he called Abraham and come here. He said, and the first thing that he said is, why did you lie to me? Why did you, wait a minute, matter of fact, let me get that shit in there. Yeah, let me get in there. Yeah, let me get that in there. Let me get that in here. Yep, and the crazy shit about it pops right up like that. And these are things that it says, why did God punish Pharaoh for Abram's lie? You see what I'm saying? And it popped right on up to show you how lowly these motherfuckers is. You understand what I'm saying? And he rebuked him, like he told him, like, if I knew that was your wife, I wouldn't have never took the woman. You lied to me. Get your ass up out of here. He said, take your shit and get out. That's exactly what he said. Let me get in here. Let me read it for you. Okay. In Genesis 12, Abraham and his wife traveled to Egypt due to a famine in Canaan. Abram instructed his wife to tell people in Egypt that she was his sister instead of his wife, which she was his sister. Okay. His reason was to protect himself because Sarah was so beautiful that she couldn't have no children. Abraham feared someone would kill him and take Sarah as his wife. Okay. The plan to pass her off as his sister would ensure that Abraham would be well received by those he met. In Egypt, Sarah's beauty attracted the attention of Pharaoh, the ruler of that country. Sarah was taken into Pharaoh's house, and many gifts were given to Abram. So it wasn't like he figuring that she was a free woman. He even gave gifts to Abram. He gave him gifts. So he didn't just strong, he gave the man gifts. And that's, and I believe that's how you do it. And when you getting married and you got to give the woman's family, gifts. And so Genesis 12:17 says, but the Lord afflicted Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarah, Abram's wife. Okay. Now, let's see. And it says, this seems puzzling. After all, the king was the victim of Abram and Sarah's deceit. See, now that's what I said about Moses. In Pharaoh, in Pharaoh say, go, take your people and get out of here. And God hardens the heart of Pharaoh. God hardens his heart. You see, he say, go, go, go. And then God hardens the heart of Pharaoh, taking away free will. He told them people, get the fuck out of Egypt long time ago. You see? And so he put Pharaoh and Egypt in a position where he can bring great destruction and death. That's why this is a wicked book. Nothing but a wicked book. Nothing but a wicked book. That's all that it is. Now listen to what it says. Now listen to what, and so the result of the punishment reveals the reason for it. When Pharaoh realized Sarai was Abram's wife, he summoned Abram and said, what is this you have done to me? Why did you not tell me that she was your wife? Why did you say she is my sister so that I took her for my wife? Now then, here is your wife. Take her and go. Okay? If God had not caused the plague to come on, to come upon Pharaoh and his household, he may not have known anything was wrong. That's what Okay, the affliction led to the discovery that Sarah was Abram's wife. If Pharaoh had kept Sarah, Abram would not have had a son by Sarah in the fulfillment of God's promise to him. Abram was wrong to lie, but God graciously intervened in order to keep his covenant with Abram. Ain't this something? You see? And so this is the shit that I don't like, because they always, when it comes to, and they wrong, you see, just like David is like the most treacherous, Dizzy David, the most treacherous prophet in the Bible. And Judah running a close second. You see, God is right in there. They running in God with the adultery of Mary, and Jesus and John the beloved. It's just wild. It's just wild. It's some wild shit going on in the Bible, man, that people just don't want to see. They don't want to see it, but it's right there for them. So when you motherfuckers read that Bible, read it. You read it. Some of the most wickedest motherfuckers in the book are prophets of God. How is this so? You see what I'm saying? So the Pharaoh ends up checking him. Like, you lied to me. You thought I was going to do this, that, and the third. I wasn't going to do shit to you. If you would have just said it was your wife, you could have went on about your goddamn business. You see what I'm saying? But you lied to me, Abraham. It showed your nature. And so again, they should have learned from to lead them damn Hebrews out there in the desert. Didn't nobody ask them to come in. I just want to clear that up. Nobody asked Abraham to bring his ass to Egypt. Didn't nobody kidnap Abraham and bring him into Egypt. He brought himself into Egypt because there was famine from where he came from. And so it was with Jacob and Joseph asking Pharaoh to allow the Hebrews to come into Egypt. Nobody kidnapped them to bring them into Egypt. Okay, I want to be clear about that. And so and I'll sum it up with Jesus. You see, and we went over that one. Did we go over that one? Did we go over that one with Jesus? I believe we did. Where's that one at? I can put it in there. Had it up there, but I dropped it. Okay. That one is a short one. This is just, okay, Matthew 2:13. Now, when they had departed, speaking of the Magi, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, rise, take the child and his mother and flee into Egypt. So again, we always talk about when the Hebrews or Israelites was in slavery. But we never read about all these times where we fed their ass when we didn't have to. We allowed them to come in when we didn't have to. You see what I'm saying? And we're never told when Egypt is actually the refuge of the Messiah, the Messiah of the Bible. You see, the Christ, that Egypt will be the refuge for Christ. And it says, and remain there until I tell you, for Herod is about to search for the child to destroy him. You ain't gonna hide in no place where you don't look like everybody. They keep talking about this goddamn Hermetic, Shemitic. That shit don't mean nothing. You see what I'm saying? If he was able to hide, and we just dealing with the story, we're not saying nobody existed or shit. We just dealing with logic. When a motherfucker is on the run, you see they on the run. When a motherfucker is on the run, he's not trying to go, he's trying to go somewhere where he can blend right on in. Now, if you a nigga, you got an afro, and you go to a town that's 99% white, your ass is out of there. they're gonna pinpoint your ass immediately. You got to go somewhere where it's damn near everybody look like you. Everybody got to look like you, because you got to understand at the time that you see that Jesus supposedly came into Egypt. I believe the Romans was in control of Egypt too. So you just can't, just because they didn't put the call out. Yeah, you see, but the main populace was African. Outside of, the Romans and the Greeks stayed at Alexandria. You see, the rest of the country was African. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't like the Greeks was all over Egypt. That's bullshit. They stayed in Alexandria. You see what I'm saying? So he was able to come in because they looked like him. And I'm going to tell you this another thing. When people's on the run, they going where they know they can get some help. They not going where they can't get no motherfucking help. You can either drop, motherfucker, can you drop a couple of dollars, a car, or any motherfucker? Can I get a change of clothes? You understand what I'm saying? If you watch all them where they motherfuckers was on the run, it was one on, I believe it was on Pharaoh. And they was just showing motherfuckers on the run, breaking out. You see what I'm saying? And it was almost a given that one of the first places that they're going to go is to their mama house, to their daddy, to one of their closest relatives. I forget the name of that show. You see what I'm saying? So people, when they get ready, they on the run, they going near family. Somebody that's going to be able to give them some assistance. Because you in trouble, nigga. You on the run. Motherfuckers is looking for you. You see what I'm saying? And so when you talk about Egypt as a refuge, and so when you understand, now, number one, I'm out of here. So you can understand, even when it's talk about that blackness, when they talk about that blackness, Egypt was called the land of Ham. You see what I'm saying? It was called the land of Ham. And Ham is the same as Kam or Kim. It denotes blackness. Even when you say Bethlehem, or Bethlehem, the E and the A is interchangeable. So it's Bethlehem, house of Ham. Okay, in the truth of the matter, those cities were already established by the Canaanites. You see Jerusalem, Jebus, and all of that. Those were the Africans that laid the foundation. You see, but once you understand that Ham is black, that's the definition of it. It means black. And it says, out of Ham, out of the land of Ham, have I called my son. You see, so what it's saying is, out of blackness, I have called my son. Now you got the anthropomorphic, or the esoterical, and the exoterical. See, the esoterical is that the son is the S-U-N. You see, and out of blackness. And so you're talking about primordial creation. Out of Ham, out of blackness, I have called my son, the S-U-N. And then from the exoterical, you get the layman's understanding. Out of Egypt, I have called my S-O-N, my son. But at the same time, now understanding that it still relates to the esoterical, because the S-O-N, you understand that O-N, even in the Bible, was Heliopolis, the city of the sun. So you understand that On means sun, Aton, you see, and dragon. And so you see that the O-N denotes solar energy. So even when you say S-O-N and you say S-U-N, you actually saying the same thing. So what I'm telling you, black people, that you are the son in flesh. You are the son made flesh. You are the direct descendants of the sun god Ra. Amen. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what they're saying. So no matter what they say, them niggas is on a mundane, you see, level. You see what I'm saying? They on a low level. You see what I'm saying? That they can't think past that. They still thinking like goat herders from goddamn 2,000 years ago. You see what I'm saying? Here we is highly developed. So I wouldn't even have conversations with them. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, if we had not, we should have left them out there. And that's what I think about. All the groups that got a little a jump start by allowing these niggas to come on our platform when we was already, the people was electrified. You understand what I'm saying? Electrified. I come out there, they was electrified with the teachings and the information. And here we come and we let vagabonds onto the platform. And that's what we did in ancient Egypt. And we should have learned then, but we got to learn now. You see what I'm saying? Leave them niggas out there and let them fend for themselves. Let them build up their own platform. You see what I'm saying? And let us do our own thing in greatness and glory. This is the General Sarah Soon said, he's saying, hey, once again, it's on. Once again, it's on. This is the General saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.